Hello and welcome to Freedom News, the news you can use to help keep Canada free. From Global News, this article, headline, Liberal MP involved in second Bear Trust deal with client named in transnational money laundering probe. Embattled Liberal MP Joe Pescadillo, sorry, I'm going to butcher that, too bad, continues to claim he has never been involved in the controversial legal service known as a Bear Trust Agreement, and that he did not participate in a secretive transaction completed by his law firm in 2011 that might have helped an alleged drug boss from China launder money in a Coquitlam, BC condo deal. But Global News has identified another 2011 Bear Trust land deal in Surrey, BC that directly connects the MP's legal services to another client from China named in a transnational money laundering investigation at a Richmond casino, according to legal filings and BC Lottery Corporation documents. But I will include the link to those documents in the description. Last week, the Liberal MP, attempted to distance himself from the first BC Bear Trust condo deal identified by Global News, which involved the Liberal MP's I can't pronounce that name. That's way too hard. Law office and Kwok Chung Tam, a convicted drug trafficker and alleged brazen loan shark and heavyweight with a powerful mainland China heroin cartel. Pescadillo, that's probably butchered, but whatever, he's a liberal, I don't care, acknowledged that lawyers in his Richmond law firm, which he says he voluntarily decided to wind down in 2016, have completed Bear Trust deals. But these lawyers acted completely independently, he claimed. He reiterated that he had no dealings with Tam or the Bear Trust that a lawyer in his firm completed for Tam's numbered development company. He's quoted as saying, "I've never been involved in a Bear Trust agreement. If you were to ask me how it works, I wouldn't know." Tam was called an alleged drug boss in the headline of a Vancouver Province story in 2006. The report detailed an RCMP drug raid on Tam's Richmond home, which is the same home that is directly connected with the development company Tam used in the Coquitlam Bear Trust deal. From 1991 to 2014, Tam has faced repeated allegations connecting him to China's Big Circle Boys gang. But his lawyer informed Global News that allegations of Tam's involvement in organized crime have never been proven in court. And following the 2006 raid on Tam's Richmond home, he was convicted in 2010 of possession of marijuana for the purpose of trafficking and possession of narcotics. Regarding the transnational money laundering, they are legal, but Bear Trusts have come under fire in BC's money laundering scandal. Critics say this secretive type of legal service is a loophole that allows so-called beneficial owners to buy and sell land ownership shares anonymously, with their identities only revealed to their lawyers, while straw buyer nominee companies are represented in public documents. BC's NDP government has charged that bear trusts enable money laundering and tax evasion. And while Pescasolido has repeatedly claimed to have no involvement in bear trust agreements or even knowledge of how they work, a 2016 BC Supreme Court ruling outlines an extremely complicated bear trust deal in Surrey and says Pescasolido represented a client that was supposed to buy development land in a share transfer from a number of hidden investors involved in a bear trust joint venture. So he does know a better thing or two about them. Global News informed Pescasolido last week that the client, a wealthy industrialist and real estate developer in China, according to court filings, has been identified in BC Lottery Corporation investigation documents as a VIP gambler that is involved in 21 alleged suspicious cash transactions at a Richmond casino. These suspicious transactions made by the construction magnate from China were connected by Lottery Corporation investigators to unsourced cash drops that have confirmed links to criminality and an organized crime suspect named Paul King Jin. September 2015 Lottery Corporation documents say. The transactions involved Canadian cash loans paid back offshore, according to the documents, in suspicious circumstances, using suspicious methods with little or no interest that indicate transnational money laundering. Although the industrialist has purchased a number of development properties in Metro Vancouver since immigrating to Canada in 2009, he resides in China, according to case filings. The man could not be reached through a number of lawyers that represented him in a Surrey Bear Trust venture case. The allegations in the Lottery Corporation documents have not been proven, and the man has never been charged with money laundering in Canada. Global News has been unable to reach Jin directly or through his lawyer for comment on the allegations against him, which include BC civil forfeiture filings connecting him to illegal casinos and casino loan sharking in Richmond. No charges have been filed against Jin. In an interview, Pescasolido said he does not know the Chinese industrialist and BC property developer that he is linked to in the 2016 BC Supreme Court ruling, and Pescasolido said that he wasn't involved at all in the files for the Surrey Bear Trust deal outlined in the ruling. Pescasolido also said he does not know of Jin and several other suspects targeted in BC Lottery Corporation money laundering probes. Regarding a $1 million transfer, not explained. According to the BC court ruling, there was a numbered company that held the legal title to the Surrey property, and in that Bear Trust venture agreement, many other companies and investors that were the true landowners held shares in the front company. The deal was chaotic and confusing, according to the judge, who wrote that in what appeared to be an unusual and unexplained situation, the company in which the shareholders held the shares held the beneficial title to the subject property in trust for those shareholders. According to filings, Pescasolido's firm was provided confidential records regarding the transfer of shares held by the true beneficial landowners that controlled the front company in this trust deal. This was seen to suggest that Pescasolido's firm was preparing an agreement to finalize a transfer of beneficial ownership shares in the land that was held in a pre-existing bear trust arrangement. However, the ruling does not make clear whether Peschladillo or someone at his firm specifically reviewed the bear trust agreement documents, which were created before he became involved in the complex deal. Peschladillo would not answer questions from Global News on the transaction. Because of a dispute over share transfers and beneficial ownership records, the Surrey land deal collapsed, according to the judge, and $1 million that was held in trust in Peschladillo's accounts was returned by Peschladillo to his client in circumstances that were not explained. A lawyer representing the sellers in the collapsed deal questioned why this fund transfer had happened. When I received Mr. Peschladillo's letter, my clients learned for the first time that the $1 million due and owing to them pursuant to the share purchase agreement had been released by Mr. Peschladillo back to a BC land investment company directed by the Chinese construction magnate's son, the lawyer said. In the case, the judge found that both the buyer and seller in this deal were responsible for its collapse. Yvonne Hsu, a former Peschladillo and Co. Lawyer that, along with Peschladillo, provided legal services in the collapsed Surrey land deal, was later cited in an unrelated case by the Law Society of British Columbia for allegedly engaging in activities that she ought to have known assisted in or encouraged dishonesty or fraud. In a brief phone call last week, Hugh told Global News that she could not comment on the Surrey land deal, speak for any clients involved, or answer whether she has been involved in bear trust deals for Peschladillo and Co. Hugh also said that she could not comment on the Law Society citation, which contains unproven allegations that have not yet been the subject of a hearing. In an interview, Global News asked Peschladillo if he can assure citizens that he has not done business with clients who are allegedly involved in suspicious transactions in BC lottery casinos. Peschladillo did not directly answer the question. I can assure the good people of Stevenston, Richmond, that I am doing my job as a member of Parliament, and when I acted as a lawyer, I acted with complete professionalism, and I made a decision back in 2016 to wind down my firm, he said. Yeah, I'm sorry, he's a liberal. We have absolutely no reason to trust him whatsoever. Thank you for watching. Like if you like, share, comment, and of course subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you are able to, if you could, please click on that PayPal link in the description and make some form of a donation. It would be much appreciated. Thank you and have a good day.